There we go. Yo. Salute. What's poppin'? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right. Salute. Derek, Ray Leon Rivera, Oscar D. Salute. Y'all already know when I'm up this early. You already know. I don't know what the fuck niggas talking about. Salute, Shattered. Salute, Brian Crawley. Wise Brim, salute, homie. Sphinx, salute. Salute, Abdul Shakur. Yeah, niggas is crazy, yo. Thank you, Whitney. JB, salute. Wildlife, top of the morning, salute. Thank you, Ms. Geller. Iraq 152, salute. It's my father starting the building. Jay Williams, salute. All right, Wildlife. If you see Buki, tell him I said my love. Tell him I said Billy to the Stone. Sharif Bay, what's poppin'? King Life, what's poppin'? Chico Lowe, salute for the 914, what's poppin'? Lobos United, what's poppin'? Oh, King Silent, salute, bro. Salute, Salams. New York, salute. Yeah, we got 44 heads up in here. Ray, salute. 585 in the building. Rock Boy, you already know. Devon Tudor. What's up? Black Line Up. Shout out my nigga Scully. Matter of fact, he just called me like 3 days ago. Yeah, and yo, Brian Crawley, man, that dude is a fucking clout chaser, bro. He's a bird. He's a nobody. This was all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start right now. First of all, let me show dudes what a publicity stunt is, man. A publicity stunt is when a nobody, a person that's a nobody, some lame, a duck, a bird, a nobody ass nigga. He try to make himself feel like he's somebody. So he tries to go at real dudes. That's all that is. So that he can pick himself up, be like, yeah, I went at, you know how Billy the Kid used to shoot somebody and say, I'll make you famous? That's basically what dude wants to be. He wants to get shot and make himself famous because he's going to say that it came from me. Same way he reported me. Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, the nigga reported me. Yeah, he ran to CK, but I don't know why he ran to CK. CK ain't bigger than me. He ain't higher status than me. I've been on the council, so I don't know why he ran to CK. CK ain't even called me about that because he know I'm not trying to hear none of that. Once somebody is fooled, they fooled. That's that. That's it. I ain't got to say no more on that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to entertain that shit. Don't nobody call me for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you how it goes. Y'all see a lot of times I keep my channel positive. And because I keep my channel positive in the content that I put out, dudes be hating on the sidelines, man. That's why when you see drama going on, you don't see the dude you would think would jump in like, yo, what's up, cat? Yo, who? You know what I'm saying? Not like the people I got here. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them be hitting my DM, yo, cat, I see this dude, I'm going to eat his food, blah, 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 blah. And I appreciate the love from all the people, you know what I'm saying, that been hitting me up. The Ice Clown Leon dude, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the dudes that been hitting my chat. You know what I'm saying? And they be representing. It's crazy how y'all represent more than these old ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, at the end of the day, Wildcat been putting his work in by himself. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you got so much haters. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason you got so much haters, you know what I'm saying, is because there's so many nobodies in the world. There's so many nobodies trying to be somebody. And then you got dudes, no lie, you got dudes that wasn't putting it in like that. And they hate the fact that I'm putting up the stuff that I done did, whether if it was knowingly or unknowingly, that I done did out there. They start hating from the sideline because they can't produce those type of movies because they wasn't banging like that. And I'm not shooting at anybody specific. I'm saying this in general. If the shoe fits, apply it, get angry, get emotional, say what you want. I don't give a fizz up. You know what I'm saying? So when I be on here and I be doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know what I mean? I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That jobs, I done been, if you go to my Instagram, I done got mad dudes jobs. You know what I'm saying? I don't be on here walking through no I walk through the projects here and then when I go to my hood, but I don't glorify that because that don't mean nothing. I don't go on the internet with the group with the spooky stories and none of that. I don't do none of that. Everything I say is factual. Built to the murder. Everything I say is factual because dudes was there. You see, a dude can't talk about NIC if he wasn't busting his gun enough where they kick him off the island and they send him to NIC. So you can't be on that gallery with those type of people because you wasn't getting busy like that. The only The only 4 people that I knew, you know what I'm saying? The only 4 people that I knew, the only 4 people that I knew that landed on that gallery, 2B and NIC, where all these dudes were, Zodiac, Central Park, Rape Bull, and all, the only 4 dudes that I knew that landed on that gallery, and it's because they felt that we was a presence that they could not control. We were beyond 1B. Was me, Wayno, SI, and Benji. And then you had Corey Jackson, but after Corey Jackson ate John Royster, they got him right up out of there. Other than that, they can't speak about it because they didn't do it like that. So they didn't end up on that gallery. You see what I'm saying? So when they see dudes talking about the stuff that they did, you know what I'm saying, they start hating from the sidelines, throwing wood in the fire. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's a fact, Be Safe. That's why I took the video down on Be Safe. The reason I took the video down was for 2 reasons. One, it got reported. And you already know, I don't got to be Perry Mason or Sherlock Holmes to know who reported the video. Like it's 110% obvious because there's only two ways it should get reported: directly or indirectly. So a lot of people are going to say, "Yo, it wasn't me. I didn't do it." It's the same thing. Like you got a spot, and the dude across the street got a spot. He's cutting into your bread. You get on some grimy shit, and you tell one of your crackheads to call the police on him. But you told the crackhead to do that. But because the crackhead did it, you get away with it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Same scenario. You know what I'm saying? Same scenario, yo. And that's as a fact, Front Street, that's ratting. But you know what? You will never get to call the dude a rat that sent the crackhead to do it because at the end of the day, he's going to be silent. The crackhead's not going to say nothing unless the crackhead feels some type of way. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't even call it Ty G's. I wouldn't even call it dry snitching. That's straight snitching. You just snitching with another angle. Salute, Hawaiian Joe. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so when YouTube hit me, I said, all right, no problem. Because once they hit you, you got 24 hours to take it down. And I can put it right back up again. And then before the 24 hours is up, and I get another 1.2 thousand views on it, I take it right back down. Then I can put it right back up again and wait till another 24 hours and let it get another 5,000 views and then take it off again and then put it back on again. I can keep doing stuff like that if I want to. Because at the end of the day, a roach is a roach, yo. A bird is a bird. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make anyone lesser of a man if he addresses a bird. Because he's a bird. Because a lot of dudes, look what a lot of dudes do. A lot of dudes be on the sidelines hating. And a lot of dudes be on some under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't do nothing under the rug, yo. What I don't do, right? What I don't do is I don't hit somebody's DM and accuse him of something that I'm not sure he did, unless I know for sure he did it. Unless I'm trying to pull a publicity stunt. Because that's what it boils down to. It boils down to dudes using, like for example, you had the lame the other day. He said something about subscribers and all that. See, why he thought I needed him, but he didn't know was I was using him. Because I don't know him, I don't care about him. Salute, Abdul Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about that dude. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he got used. That's what he basically got, because I didn't never need him. East New York in the building, that's a fact. Oh, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. You know what I'm saying? Don't need him. Because once people knew that I was out of prison, they were coming. Word, the big homie out of prison. Oh, yo, I got to go check the big homie out. Because it was only a matter of time. You won't catch me out here being out here mad years and dudes don't even know about me unless I get on a podcast. No. Dudes worldwide already knew about me. That's why I don't come. That's why I have to come up here. I don't have to do nothing but come up here and put it on for 3 minutes and turn it off. But I use the platform to help people that is in need of help and to school the young boys. Because one thing I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to school the young boys to be no sucker. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, Hawaiian Joe. His name is Mike Corleone. That's what his name is. You know what I'm saying? And he know he reported me. But I don't care about that. Because at the end of the day, this dude was never a somebody. He's trying to be somebody. And that's why it's a publicity stunt. But see, me, I don't care about none of that. I don't care if he goes online and he says whatever he says. Because everybody knows that this dude ain't built like that. I'm the champ. So at the end of the day, to get to me, you got to get past everybody in front of me. And that's where you won't make it. Because the dudes in front of me, they're going to clothesline this out of you. And they're going to get you up out of here. You're not going to make it because you're not built like that. That's not as you hear me be safe. Sometimes you gotta address these dudes in a minimal level. Because what happens is when you don't address these dudes in a minimal level, you got too many dudes that are waiting to follow. And this is how they get their followers. They get their followers because dudes that don't know no better will be like, word, for real? It's the same thing like dudes do in the comments. If you look at some of the videos, dudes will come in the comment and say, let me see, what was one of the comments I saw that was ludicrous? One comment I saw was about some bird put something about the Attica situation. And I'm over here laughing. I'm like, this dude is such a bird. Don't he know I've been to Attica twice? I went up north in 94 and went to Attica. Then from there, I got kicked out after the situation with that bird Chapman, and I went to Comstock. And then from Comstock, I went to, they had work release at that time. You could have a robbery, you could have murder, you could have whatever, you was going to work release. That's when Mario Cuomo was the governor. That's how I met Shaquille. You see? But a lot of dudes, they know so much. But is it that they know so much? Or is it that they're trying to put question where they're just envious and hateful because they didn't put it in like that? But that's what it be. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that dudes ain't put it in like that. But it's also not my fault that dudes won't want to address people because they have some type of facade, should I say, or some type of aura that they want the people to look at them as. Then dudes be talking about all these old dudes from East New York. That's a lot. Let me tell you something, man. When it comes to representing East New York, I'm talking about in the street and in jail. There ain't that many. You know what I'm saying? There ain't that many. There's a lot of dudes that probably were doing their thing in the street, but they went to jail and ain't doing nothing. Ain't do nothing in jail but play the yard. So that's why I don't glorify these old dudes. They washed up. And I'm not naming names. Because some dudes I'm good with. Some dudes I don't really care about. Whatever they did in the street. You ain't do nothing in jail. So if you ain't do nothing in jail, all that stuff you did in the street don't mean nothing. Little Dave BK, salute, bro. $2 drive, I see you. That's a fact. They know who they are. That's why I don't glorify the old dudes, man. I don't care about them old dudes. CK, no. I was doing them old dudes dirty when I was an adolescent. I was going at them old dudes, yapping their chains. I was doing them dirty. Grown men. I was an adolescent. I'm chasing these dudes down the corridor. Let me get that. What you wearing shine for, man? I don't care about you being an adult. So once they put me in the H as an adult, you must have came through Comstock twice. As a matter of fact, I did New York, because I was in Comstock in 94, and I was in Comstock in 2002, 2003, around there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, dudes just gotta be real with themselves. Get yourself some content. Get yourself some talk about something. If you ain't got nothing to talk about, then get up out of here. So you got dudes that, like I said, they channel ain't doing nothing. They channel is zero. Like this lame. This lame got 5,000 subscribers, but only 9 people in the chat. Do the math. That's already telling you that the dude did some fugazi just to get the subscribers. The numbers don't lie. People lie, but numbers don't lie. So when you see a dude who got crazy, when you see a dude that got crazy subscribers and only 9 people in the chat, that's already telling you they fugazi. Shout out to Bad Vibes. Yo, you know one thing that I respect about Bad Vibes? And I gotta say this on live. One thing, and me and Pookie Lowe was talking about this the other day. One thing I respect about Bad Vibes, right? Because everybody got their pros and their cons. But one thing I respect about Bad Vibes is that Bad Vibes is still Bad Vibes. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody get out of hand with somebody, Bad Vibes ain't trying to do no peace treaty. He ain't trying to do nothing like that. Bad Vibes is going at their head. Because that's the way we grew up. That's the way me, him, Wayno, Ty Guns, Rob Lowe, Pookie Stone, Low Dangerous, On Gambino, Dizzy, Duke Mafia, G Money, Dick Wolf. This is how we grew up. Magoo, Audi. This is how we grew up. The way we grew up is, yo, anybody violate anybody in this block right here where we all at. Anybody violate, we ain't trying to hear nothing. You fool. That's it. You fool. We ain't trying to hear nothing with we don't want it. That dude got no voice. He's straight fool. That's it. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. And you only see that in glimpses. Because again, dudes be getting so stuck on this politics stuff with this internet stuff, thinking that they're gonna make mad bread off this internet stuff. They think that they're gonna flourish, that they're gonna lock this. Ain't nobody locking this internet shit down. Nobody's locking this. I gotta pin that one, Brian Crawley, because that's the truth. Because if you get busy in the streets but not inside, that just means you was going at birds on the outside. But when it came to running with the apes on the inside, you won't leave yourself. It's mad dudes, man. It's mad dudes from my projects that was locked up. That it was in the yard. And then you had some dudes that were getting busy. But a lot of dudes was in the yard. Shout out my nigga Musk. Shout out Musk from East New York. Shout out King Tut from East New York. These are the people I know that I was in the pen with, that I broke bread with, that I ran around with. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A fact is a fact, yo. A fact is a fact. A lot of dudes is just clowning. They clowning. And then when the attention ain't on them, they get mad. They get mad because the attention ain't on them. Well, do something to get the attention on you without it having to be criticizing someone else or trying to belittle someone else or trying to make yourself bigger than someone else, because it's not going to happen. Man, CK don't know that dude. That dude called CK for what? I don't know why he called CK. The Real 718 ain't gonna lie. I subscribed to Ice Corny channel. I thought it was something, but it ended up being nothing. I can't even find him to unsubscribe to his channel because he's shut down. He's on a troll page right now. It's simple. We ain't gotta do math and make this a big thing, unless we're smoking K2 or Sherm. We ain't gotta do the math to know that if you keep clipping other people's videos, you're gonna get flagged. You're gonna get flagged. If you keep clipping people's videos, you're gonna get flagged. Yo, the dude goes and he answers me, yo, Cat, can I do a interview on you? I didn't even charge him. Usually I charge for an interview. I didn't even charge the dude. And then if you look on Instagram, you could tell that this dude is something weird about him because he saves messages. I guess he saves them so he can use them later on and twist and turn the agenda of those messages. You know how dudes do, they blogging. You see what I'm saying? When I educate my bellies and all the other homies that I mess with, because I'm one of the big homies that don't have no static with none of the other big homies. You'll never hear me say nothing about Larry O. Larry O's my peoples. Larry O's my peoples before we was down more. Ty Guns, my peoples. I can go on and go on and go on and go on. If you ask any big homie, they're gonna tell you, yeah, I got love for Wildcat. Dudes can't even say that OG Mac even gave him a hood. OG Mac gave me a hood and I passed it to my man. Because I'm not with that. That don't excite me. I already been on top. I was on top before I came anywhere. That's why I passed it to my man, Mark Cross, here. OG Mac ain't do that with nobody else. Only other person I saw him do that with was with Pistol Pete, when he brought Pistol Pete's hood into the nation, and with Ty Guns, after Ty Guns took the police hostage in OBCC. And I was part of that movie because I set it off. I'm the one that came out the cell and ate the porter. Wow. Once I ate the porter, the police and me, we got it on. They took us out the block when Ty Guns was coming out for the shower. He took the handcuffs off and took the police hostage. And after he did that, Matt gave him blood stove vinegar. See, dudes can't talk about those things because they weren't there. So at the end of the day, the truth is the truth and the lie is a lie. You know what I'm saying? And this is why at the end of the day, for example, I can go to the town right now. No, Fat Eddie, that's a lie. Ain't nobody bring what? I was already home at that time. Now, like I was saying. Yeah, that's right. He reposts everybody's joint. I already know that. That's his whole gimmick. His whole gimmick is to repost. Facts wise, bruh. I ain't got nothing bad to say about no other big homie. You know why? Because I don't do that. I don't clout chase. I don't need a clout chase. I am who I am. Nah, he's not original Black Magic. Man, listen, man. Before that dude even thinks about thinking that he could go against, if he even dreams about going against a cat, you better wake up and apologize. The same way he did in the DM. Y'all saw it. I put it up there. Every clip and I put it up there about conversation. I put it up there so everybody can see it. Because the Wildcat don't speak no lies. I don't need to. Too many people already know who I be. Too many people know what I've done. I don't need to. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there is no question. Had nobody say nothing about my town, nothing. Out here in the Rock, nothing. This is my time. Ain't nothing but Spartans, Billies, all out here. We out here. And everywhere else, we out here. It's only a matter of time. Know what I'm saying? So when dudes come through with all this, that's a fact, Just Vision. When dudes come through with all that fugazi stuff, this is why I be watching dudes, man. I be watching dudes. Because a lot of dudes, they think they're intelligent, but really they're misinformed. They're not as intelligent as they think. They're more misinformed. My attitude is a Spartan attitude for real. I ain't with forgiving. I ain't trying to hear none of that. You violate, you get 8. Simple. All that, let them slide. Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. You violate, you get 8. That's it. Ain't no, he ain't know no better. Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I don't care that his pops is the police. I don't care about none of that. And the dude apologized. Y'all saw it. One thing, he can put up as many clippings and phone conversations as he wants, but ain't none of them there say, I apologize, I'm wrong. Because the only thing that he can put up is to say, Ice Clown Leon's pop is a cop. The only thing he can say is that we spoke about helping each other. But little does he know, I don't know you from a hole in the wall, Paul. Where do I know you from? If I don't know you, what does that mean? That means I'm going to use you. So all that time you was reposting all my stuff, I could have been flagging you. Blip, blip, even though I don't know how to still. That's the crazy part about it. I still don't know how to. Because I'm not really that savvy with this shit. But I could have, if I would have knew it, I still wouldn't have done it. You know why? Because the only thing that dude is right on is that, I was just on Clinton Just Vision, just 2 days ago. I was on Clinton and Arnett just 2 days ago. No, in St. Paul. I was on Clinton and St. Paul. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what you take because you got used, I'm telling you seriously, I used you because at that time you were already on YouTube. So you was the propaganda channel that puts everybody's clippings on there, and that's why people were looking at your stuff. So why not let you do mine? Go ahead, promote me. Promote me. You ain't a Spartan. You ain't Billy. You ain't Damu. You ain't Peoples. You nobody. See, and then that's how it goes. All the time on this internet, you're gonna Billy up, Billy Gordo. Okay, Just Vision. Hit my DM. We meet up, we parlay, whatever. Hit me up, bro. Yair Rivera, that's a fact, he a dub. Know what I'm saying? I'm not on no Kunta Kinte shit. I'll tell you straight up. I'm not on that. And that's not a shot at anybody. I'm just saying I'm not on that. I'm a Spartan for real. That's what I'm on. I'm different. Facts. Salute, C. Salute, Dante. Salute, Best Eye. Love you, bro. So if he apologized, why he still report me? Because when he apologized, I didn't take his apology. And when I posted that video up yesterday, that had him swaggy. So what you know what he did? He went and reported it. But you know what? One thing I watch is when certain situations come up, YouTube put a little message on the bottom and shows you the avenues that you have. So once they showed me that you got 24 hours from the time that you posted it to take it off, and it's resolved, I took it right off. Bloop. That was it. Took it right off. So here's the thing. So the dude goes and says something about dudes hit his channel. New York, clear that. That's all the Puerto Ricans on that side. Yeah, it's kind of getting mixed though. But they got Puerto Ricans on that side. But I don't live on that side. I live on the west side. I'm from Pennhurst, Thurston. Come to my block. But yeah, no, like I was saying, so, you know, at the end of the day, one fugazi after another fugazi after another fugazi. Every time I turn around, it's some fugaziness. But it's only because of what? Y'all see, when I come up here, all I do is speak facts and all I do is teach. I don't sit up here talking about I'm the realest of the real. I don't sit here talking about spooky stories and all this other stupid shit. I don't come up here doing that. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather people love me than fear me. I don't want nobody to fear me. I'd rather them love me. Because if they love me, you know what I'm saying? Those are the type of people that they become your allies. If they fear you, those are the type of people that will fear you now and hate you on the sideline. And then those are the people that's going to come for your head later on when they see a weakness. The people that fear you are waiting to see a weakness so that they don't have to fear you as much as they do. That's why I don't play that. Listen, if I was to stand outside in the project with 50 niggas, right? What does that make me? A dude that knows 50 niggas. Will that stop a dude with an AK from spraying at all 50 dudes? No. Will all those 50 dudes stand there while dudes spraying the AK? Are they going to stand there and be like, yo, hold up, yo, we got to get this dude? No, they all going to run. They going to haul ass. Same way if you out there with 6 dudes, if you out there with 7 dudes, what does that mean? Nothing. Because the clip holds more than 6, 7 shots. So if a dude comes and he wants to get you, and you out there with like 15 dudes, What's gonna stop him from emptying the whole clip on all 15 of y'all? Nothing. And what are they gonna do? Run. So all that about me. I could do a video tomorrow and have mad heads. Cause I know a lot of people. A lot of people. Facts, Brian Crawley. Shit don't mean nothing. I love my projects. And my projects love me. Believe that. I get it in my DM all the time. My projects love me. And I don't even have to be there every day. I don't even have to be there and put my projects on the camera. I don't got to do none of that. Thursday and Chila? Oh, okay. You close, New York, New York. I don't even got to be there. And I don't glorify these old dudes, man, because like I said, a lot of them dudes wasn't doing nothing in the pen. Who cares who they was in the street? It wasn't doing nothing in the pen. That's over. Right? Baby Sam was still going to the box when I was locked up. ST was still doing his thing in the feds. I could name you some East New Yorkers that was doing their thing. Muss was still doing his thing. Bookie Stone was still doing his thing. Me and Bookie Stone just did a video about a month ago. Us walking through the PJs at about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Pink houses? You walking through pink houses at 2, 3 in the morning? You better be somebody. What makes you a big homie in the gang? Because everyone a big homie nowadays. How you feel about that? That's a big status. Say you are when you are not a big homie. That's a fact, bro. The real 718. That's a fact. Dudes just make themselves big homies. That's what they do. They just make themselves big homies. That's all. That's how it is nowadays. That's why I say, yo, I wish I could rewind this back to 9-5 and had the camera on in 9-5, 9-4. So people will see. Because now everybody takes advantage of the fact that there's not many left from back then. There ain't that many left. And the ones that's left, you know what I'm saying, it's very little. But I wish they could rewind it back then so they could so people could actually really see. Because when I get to put out the movie, yeah, yo, be safe. You didn't even see me put the OG in front of my name. You notice I don't put the OG in front of my name? Why do you think I don't do that? You know why I don't do that? Because that don't mean nothing. I'm going to tell you what that means. You old. I ain't old. So at the end of the day, it don't mean nothing. OG this, OG that. I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't put it in front of my name because people know who I am. People already know who I am. Stunt. Boop. Live wide. Billy Love, bro. So I don't gotta be. You go to any New York State jail, and you be like, yo, you know Wildcat? You ever heard of Wildcat? They gonna be like, well, hell yeah. Someone's going at everybody. He didn't care. I didn't pick and choose. I went at everything. You know what I'm saying? And this is why at the end of the day, you see who your homies is. You also see who really about that life. Oh, okay, New York, New York. David Wild. Some older dudes don't like to be called OG. Yeah, I know. I don't glorify that OG stuff, man. I was in Long Island doing my thing with the homies in Long Island, and still was in tune with the homies in Queens and all that. But I did it on a different level. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it on the level like, yo, I'm the realest of the realest. I did it on the level where I just came out the pen. And no, I wasn't in the state on this one here. I was in the feds. So when you're in the feds, the most stupidest thing you can do is go in there and say you ganged up. Because at the end of the day, when you say that, you know what you're doing? You're trying to slide in PC. Because you're telling them, yo, I'm this gang, you gotta put me here with my gang. Nah, nigga, I ain't saying nothing. You know why? Because it's the feds. There's a lot of rats. There's a lot of rats. Put it this way, the feds got a 97 point something conviction rate. Why do you think that is? Almost 100%. You know why that is? Because so many dudes is telling. So many dudes is telling nowadays. That's why. So when you go into those spots, you can't say nothing. You got to observe. You got to be a ninja. You got to move when you know you're supposed to move. Not going there like, I'm here. Get the, all right, you here, all right. I guarantee your ass will get packed up or get put on, what they call that, investigation and all that stupid stuff. I guarantee it'll happen to your dumb ass. Chief the Rapper, what's good, baby boy? If you in here, punch that like button on your way in, man. This is real deal right here. Let that like button know we smashing shit this morning. You know what I'm saying? Real is real. What is real? Real means real niggas do real things, man. We've been saying that for years. Real niggas do real things. A lot of I'm always gonna get 6. Those 6 dislikes they come from a certain individual or that individual's followers. So I'm always gonna get 6. You know what I mean? That don't mean nothing. My likes is up anyway. I'll be 300 to 6, 400 to 10. My ratio is incredible. So I don't care about them dislikes. One of my homeboys is locked away in a box in Florence, Colorado Supermax for getting validated and labeled a GF. I know that, Brian Crawley. You can't go to the feds with that. Once you go in there with that, you a done deal, yo. Simple, you a done deal. In the state, you can do that. And now in the state, what are they doing? They put your ad in the seg. See, a lot of people don't know how to move. And then a lot of people don't see what are the intentions and the things that people do. Remember, everything got an intention to it. You just got to look at it. Look at it closely. There's an intention. There's an intention for the things people do and people say. There's an intention. It's not just said just to say. It's said with an intention. You know what I'm saying? This is why at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like this bozo right here. This dude is straight gay. So you know what I do to him? Get up out of here. Simple. You don't got no words in my chat. I'm going to treat you like you need to be treated. You see what I did? That's how you treat a bozo. Get up out of here. Bye. Because he's nobody. He's a nobody. Never been somebody, never will be anybody. He's a nobody. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm speaking now is not because I'm making the topic about this clown. I'm talking about in general. In general. You know what I'm saying? In general, you always gotta be the person that keeps people in a place. Some people will say, yo, crackheads are dangerous. No, they're not dangerous. Crackhead is a weakling. You know why the crackhead is a weakling? Because he fell for a drug he can't even control. And that's not even the physical being threatening him. It's his own self. Whatever he can do is what he can do. Who cares about that? It could be a little kid who do the same thing the crackhead will do. Don't matter. Crackhead is a crackhead. He ass. He's soft. Don't care about, yo, you got some crackheads that put in work. Man, I don't care about no crackhead that put in no work. The hell, he's a crackhead. At the end of the day, he's weak. Yo, I know dope fiends that, they still put in work. He's a dope fiend. Who cares about the work that he can put? He's a dope fiend. He's already weak. He's already weak because he can't conquer his own demons. Who cares? Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about these dudes and their potential. Who cares? You had dudes all in the feds smoking deuce. Talk about, yo, I'm a big homie. But you're smoking K2. Are you worth me putting my blade on you? Nah. I'm gonna make you famous. Same way like this lane. He's trying to make me make him famous. You can tell what they're gonna do next, Reaper Creeper, because once they crack run out, they're gonna go back to the person that's supplying them with the crack to make them do something. And if that person doesn't give them something that they like, the crackhead might hustle him and go to the next person to get crack from them and say that the other person was giving them crack for them to hit them. You know how many times that happens? I've seen that happen mad times. You go and get the crackhead a dub. Say, yo, smack this dude. He goes to that dude. Says, yo, this dude's crack is trash. And he sent me over here to supposedly smack you. Oh, word? He's a 50. Go shoot him. A crackhead is a vulnerable dude, period. It's a vulnerable dude. Nobody cares. I remember when I was a kid, man, my brother they ain't like to go. My brother used to piss in his bed. He used to piss in his bed because he was scared to go to the kitchen or to go out the room because the apartment was dark. Meanwhile, I'm over here watching The Twilight Zone, Tales from the Dark Side, Monsters, Friday the 13th series, going to the kitchen, getting stuff out the refrigerator. If I gotta take a piss, I'm taking it in the toilet. I don't care about spooky stories. Who cares about spooky stories, yo? Who cares what a crackhead can do? Who cares what a dope fiend can do? If you's a general, they will never get past go. They need you to make them more than what they are. They need you to distract them from their own demise. They need you to tell them that they're somebody. When every morning when they wake up, they tell themselves, I ain't nobody without this rock. I ain't nobody without this bag. They need that. Yeah, I got music coming out half a minute 2K7. I got an EP coming out in another month. They need that. You see what I'm saying? They need that. So you always, like I said, you always gotta remember, y'all. You keep people in the place that they belong. So if a dude is a buster, he stays in the buster's place. We don't negotiate with no buster ass niggas. We don't we don't give him any credit whatsoever. We keep them in the lane where they belong. You's a buster, you stay there, you's a buster, and that's that. I'm not talking or negotiating or having a convo with a buster ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is, yo. 7 years on his first offense. Look at that, Lucifer Brent. Shout out Jazzo. For those of y'all that don't know, Jazzo got a channel. I think he changed it though. I think it's something Bossly. I don't know. I can't. You with the stream yard, it goes too fast. But I know he got another. Yo, Jazzo, where you at? Put your channel up. Malcolm Presley, salute. Salute, Bloody Luciano Joe Rivera. So I'm gonna continue my channel, and you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm really gonna have dudes tight. I'm just gonna ignore. I'm just gonna ignore everybody except my peoples until people get it straight. Until they start getting it straight and get in line and remember where we come from and how we were. I'm just saying dealing with certain individuals, yo. My Billies, they know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Billies, man. 9 shots, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna continue to do my channel. Yo, listen, I'll be over here, I'll be kicking nothing but dollars from Uptown, Billy Love. I don't be salute Jazzo. I'll be up here kicking nothing but facts. I'll be up here spitting nothing but jewels. I'll be up here trying to uplift the little homies that's out there. Not this bozo that's trying to clout chase, you know what I'm saying? Trying to clout chase, trying to get on the internet and all that, talking all this other crazy stuff that he knows he ain't gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I said, to get to the champ, you got to get past the other rankings before you even get anywhere near me. I'm all the way up there. You all the way down there. Work your way up. You don't never see nobody get a crack at the champ and they ain't nobody. You got to get up there in the ranks before you even think about even having an argument with a champ. A nobody dude. We talking about a dude that ain't never been locked up, ain't never been to jail, but he'll sit there and talk about. I think he said Otisville. What you know about Otisville? You never was there. And if you're talking to somebody that was in Otisville, and that person came home from Otisville, you talking to a rat, or rape or pedophile, or anything of a no good nature. You're talking to somebody that was a victim. Yeah, I know he called CK copping a plea. And then he was in the chat talking about CK a real big homie. He plays all those little gay games trying to get me and CK to go at it. I'm not shooting at CK. I'm not shooting at none of my homies right now. I'm speaking in general. If the shoe fits, then wear it and say what you got to say. But if it don't fit, then you shouldn't have nothing to say. Yeah, he nervous. I know he nervous, Chico Low. I know he nervous. You know why? You know why he nervous? Because he know he wasn't built like that. See, that's what dudes do. They come on the internet and want to have an argument with a real nigga so they can big themselves up. And then all the dudes that are his caliber, more nobodies, they'll go behind him and be like, and they'll try to instigate something, not knowing that, my dude, lemons. Lemons without the skin on it. Dudes are straight lemons with no skin on it, bro. People don't realize they can't portray something, not just be you. That's a fact. That's a fact, Cool Water. A lot of people don't know how to be them because it's not enough. That's the problem. They can't be them because it's not enough. If they're themselves, then there's too much competition. They won't get nowhere. So they got to be somebody that they not and go at somebody that's somebody so that maybe they could get a path to go somewhere. It's like snow. They're making themselves a path to try to get down the block. Yeah, that's a fact, Chico Low. I don't know why he called him CK. For what? I don't know why he called CK. At the end of the day, food is food, yo. That's simple. That's the way it ends. Food is food. And you talk about Jersey. You's a fool. Newark? Look, every time this dude changes his location, first he says he's from Willenburg. Now he's saying he's from Jersey. And then he says Newark. You don't want to be from Newark, bro. I got a lot of love in Newark. I used to live in Newark off of Broad and Market. I used to be all in Irvington, Maple Gardens. I could go on and go on with Newark, New Jersey, bro. I got nothing but heads out there in New Jersey. See, one thing I did when I was home before is I didn't spend my time in one spot. I went to North Carolina. I went to Miami, Florida. I went to Newark, New Jersey. I went to Buffalo, Rochester. I went all over the place. Oh, Broome Street? I know exactly where you at, Chico Low. Yeah, Cool Water, I'll be knowing. Wild last side. I can just imagine the deer in the highlights. Look, motherfuckers would have had coming up on our tier. People to realize the significance of the picture behind you, how many signed in. That's a fact. Oh, Charlotte. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina for a year too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, Otisville is number 28 on the world's most comfortable prison list. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in Otisville, there was only a handful of real dudes in Otisville. And I named them on one of my lives. That was Tut, Scooter, Matt, Stan. Shit, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, my other little man, little Jamaican man, I forgot his name, but he's from the end of the two line. Other than them, That whole jail was no good. Lou Hobbs was there for a minute. They took Lou Hobbs up out of there. But like I said, other than that, that whole jail was no good. But it doesn't make them bad because they're in the jail and everybody else is no good. No, they're there because they're lifers and because they want to live. Who, if you live doing time, why not do time comfortable? Know what I'm saying? Why not? Know what I mean? Why not do time comfortable? Yeah, all that. Like, for example, you know what I'm saying, when I ate dude on the bus, we was riding ERU. Yeah, anything after 2013, long time, that's Otisville was a dropout yard. That's a fact. Anything after 2013, Otisville was a yard with a bunch of foul people. But there was real dudes there. And those are the dudes I messed with for the little time I was there, because I wasn't there long. I was only there for about maybe 5-6 months, and I was out of there. I came home from MCC. Bloody Luciano Joe Rivera, salute, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Dudes be on straight stunting time, yo. Straight stunting time. Only because of this internet. Only because, listen, if the internet had no trolls and it was only about facts, where would some of these people be? Without a troll to say something stupid, without a troll to cross question, where would they be? They wouldn't be nowhere. So when you got a bozo that got used and didn't even know it, now you talk about dudes shooting his page, but you're clipping other people's. You clipping other people's lives. You got no content. So being that you got no content, you get tight. You got no content, and then you don't even know who did it to you. That's another thing. You don't even know who did it to you. Then you want to apologize. Man, I ain't trying to hear that apology, bro. You can boof that apology. It's a good thing that you apologize, though. You know why? Because that's the dagger I'm always gonna have. You can say whatever he wants, but at the end of the day, you apologized. At the end of the day, you said sorry, pussy. So let's get it straight now. And don't call, you could call whoever you want to. And whoever you want to could be your man. I don't care who you call. It's not changing. It's not changing what I've already said. It's not changing what's going to be done. It's not changing none of that, bozo. You fool, you fool. That's it. You fool. Hold that down. It is not coming from me. It's coming from yourself. You know why? Because you put yourself out there. Salute, end of sentence. Shout out my boy, end of sentence. That's my bro right there. Official. You know what I'm saying? It's my bro right there. Official. And he ain't even from New York. Sometimes you gotta go out of your realm to see that there's good in other places. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do that. Because a lot of times what you expect in your own is watered down, you heard? It's watered down, yo. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I go on this live, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. What I'm saying is simple, man. Yeah, Lord Time. What I'm saying is simple. Real is going to recognize real. Fake is going to try to emulate real to attract real. And those that are not real are going to fall for that. I repeat, real will recognize real. Fake will try to be real. And those that aren't real and are fake will take that as being real. Because they're not real. Because a real dude just ain't going for everything. A real dude ain't just going to be like, man, he's not going to be a yes man. He going to be like, man, hold on, let me see. This is why the system showed you that. This is why the system said, amongst all the population on Rikers Island, we're going to put the 24 most dangerous men in 1B. Out of the whole population, I don't know, 20,000, 200,000, whatever the population is on Rikers Island, they said we're going to put the 24 most dangerous men, we're going to put them in 1B. That means what? That means that the other ones, they were all right. You heard what he said. You's all right, but you ain't real. And then when we blew up those spots, there was only one more place to send us. That was NIC 2B. That's what they said. Wayno, when they kicked him out of the dog pound, that's what they sent me. When they kicked me out of 1B, that's what they sent SI, rest in peace. When they kicked him out of the 4 building and he turned the dope, that's what they sent Benji. After he blew up the spot in some spot there, that's what they sent Corey Jackson. That's what they sent on Rob Lowe also. That's where he got set up at, where people was trying to say that he was telling, he never told. Do War Wire in the cell next to him. And while he was talking, the dude was recording him. You see? But if you wasn't getting busy like that, you didn't end up in NIC. So this is why, like I said, man, this is why I like to keep it. I like to keep it 100, bro. I like to keep it 100, and I like to keep these dudes in their place, yo. We're not negotiating. We're not talking with these dudes like they somebody. You's a fucking nobody. You's a nobody. You's a nobody. So you get treated like a nobody. You don't get a long conversation. You get the frank and you up out of here. That's it. All that, yo, but y'all gotta chill. No. It ain't y'all gotta chill. Duke, you done messed up, bro. Don't call my phone. You done messed up. Don't call my phone, bro. You fool. That's that. Don't call my phone. Rob Lowe from the Bronx been her over. That's a fact. Some people get busy, but the real stay busy. That's a fact. Rob Lowe's a real one. That's what happens when dudes go and take facts and they hate on somebody that's somebody and they spread blasphemy. That man got touched because people spread blasphemy on him. They lied on him. Yeah, they lied on him. They lied on that man. And then that man avenged his what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? After they lied on him. Because that's what dudes do. I know for a fact I'm a pain in the ass in this internet thing. You know why? Because it's like this. And I heard this from a lot of homies, man. I could name a lot of homies that told me this and say, yo, Cat, you're our last hope. These dudes that weren't really doing it like that, they trying to take over. They trying to reinvent history. Don't let them do that. And I told them, yo, don't worry. I'll never let none of these dudes reinvent history. It's not going to happen. They ain't going to reinvent history, remix it, or none of that. Not while I'm here. So you might as well join forces with the ops. Because I won't let nobody reinvent history, yo. I'm a day one nigga. Day one didn't start somewhere in one main in one main in what you call it in C73 or C90, whatever the hell they said. It didn't start there. You know why? Because at that time, black people were still getting touched. It started in 9/5 when all the dudes that was getting busy unified and started smashing them dudes. That's when it started. That's when it started. It didn't start no 9/4 whatever them dudes talking about. It didn't start back then. It made the idea came into effect back then. But it started once dudes started making the statement. That's when it started. When dudes started making a statement. When dudes started going on the bus, twisting dudes up. When dudes started coming out their shackles, blowing dudes up. When dudes started going to court, blowing dudes up. That's when the statement was made. That's when we really knew what was what. All that other stuff back then that shit's controversial because everybody has their story. But you can't change the story from 95 on up. You can't change that. That story can't get changed. You know why it can't get changed? Because that's when it really went down. That's when they opened up 1B for the adults. Because 1B HDN was me, Curtis, Doggy Dog, Shoeshine, Half, Germs, Fulo came down there also. SI, rest in peace. We was adolescents in 1B. After we left and they kicked us back to the 4 building, they turned 1B to adults. Because now you had Scully, Shower, Brum, English. Now you had them dudes coming down. Because them dudes, they going ham now. They making a statement. They're making a statement. So now you really know, oh, them blood dudes is something different. Them dudes is animals, yo. Them dudes, you can't even put them on the bus to go to court because they blowing shit up. You can't even put them in the bullpen with other people in the bullpen in the courthouse because they blowing dudes up. Nah, I agree with you, the real 718. But I'm talking about history in itself, the way history is. Dudes was like, yo, Cat, you really climb the fence? Did I climb the fence? That's old news. I climbed the fence twice. I climbed the fence in the full building, and I climbed the fence in the dog pound. Yo, but for real, all you gotta do is look at Also Bosley's interview with Pimp. Also Bosley's interview with Pimp. Pimp said it right there. He said climbing gates like Wildcat. Bad Vibes was right there. So matter of fact, if I'm correct, I passed the key to Bad Vibes. And I climbed over the fence. Went after dude. See, what happens is this. Lanes. Some dudes just don't know how to stay in their lane. They just want to be more than what they is. Not satisfied with where they at. Overstack boy, salute. See? So you always got to remember that there's a lot of facades going on in this internet, bro. It's a lot of facades. You know that I said facade. That's what really needs. I ain't gonna lie. I believe, and you could quote me on this, but I believe that some people just need to get their head bust sometimes, man. Some people need to get their head bust sometimes, bro. Last night, for those of y'all don't know, I was on the channel with the Black Panther brother named S.A. Neater. And when I was on when I went on his podcast last night, he put me on live with him. Shout out to that brother. His channel, I'll tell you, go watch his channel because he be having like 1,000 people in there. His channel is up more than anybody's channel I ever seen. His channel is up. That man be having 800-900 people in his joint. And I was in his channel last night. And you know what I said? That's a fact, William Silver. You know what I said? I said, yo, a lot of people talking all this stuff about Malcolm X and talking all this stuff about Elijah Muhammad, and they talking all this stuff. That's because people are too busy doing background checks and trying to talk about this, that, and third about the next man, when they don't even know that it's not what the man's wearing, it's not what the man's past is, it's what he has on his mind. I don't care if Malcolm X wore a checkerboard tie or if he had a mohawk. Everybody accepted Eldridge Cleaver. Everybody accepted Eldridge Cleaver, and he was a raper. And they accepted him because of what he had to contribute. So that's why I didn't jump on. That's why I didn't jump on the wave talking about they got all this new information on Malcolm X, and now they got some shit on Reverend Al Sharpton and this, that, and the third. I don't have to like the individual to understand their message, yo. I don't have to like the individual to respect the message. I may not respect the individual, but his message might deem respect. Because that's the problem with this world today. Too many people are quick to judge, but are slow to understand. Yo, he's a pedophile. Yo, he this. Yo, he that. Yo, he this, he that. He this and the third. Look at history. History tells you itself. It's right in the book. Yo, Huey P. Newton died like a crackhead. Fact, official JB. I was on there with him last night. That's all dudes do. Yo, Cat, did you see Queen Flu But Hector going his new episode. Oh, nah, I gotta check that. I ain't see that. That's the problem. The problem is so many opinions. There's so many questions, but there's less people shutting up and listening. That's what the problem is. Shut up and listen sometimes. Don't worry about what people have to say. Just shut up and listen. You don't gotta like the person. You gotta understand the message, while at the same time watch the intention. Shout out Ladybug. I see you, babe. Ladybug in the building. Be safe. Big bro, you and I know the Nation of Islam. Yeah, because you know what? You know what it be? Look how it goes. At the end of the day, you all alone in the streets, cousin. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King had the same goal, but they just had two different strategies. One was sacrifice, the other one was go hard. And while they both had similar agendas to rise the people, they didn't like each other. So if you would put Malcolm X in that cell and Martin Luther King in the next cell, and the police come to oppress both of them, they're both going to come out they cell and fight. But the minute that they don't have to do that no more, and everything's good and dandy, then you're going to see that they really don't have the bond they thought they had. They was forced into that bond because of the situation. If it wasn't for that situation, they wouldn't have had no bond. They would have never knew each other. That's when you see who your man's is. That's when you see who your people's is. Your people's ain't those that come from your hood. Your people's ain't those that you went to school with. Your peoples are supposed to be those that you bled with. But if those that you bled with, if they ain't your peoples, then that already tells you. That already tells you. You know what that tells you? That's a no good, grimy ass dude who had no choice but to roll with you because of the struggle. Now that the struggle's off, he's back to his grimy self. Slow. Men gave up the belief in themselves to stand up and in turn believe they can live through other men. So respecting their own position and capability have gone out the window. Ooh. Whoa. 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 That's a fact. Pinning that. Pinning that. Man gave up on the belief in themselves to stand up and in turn believe that they can live through other men. So respecting their own position and capabilities have gone out the window. That's a fact, bro. That is a fact. Because you got a lot of envious, hating dudes, bro. Dudes can't see other people rise. They can't. They have to be on the top. It's either I'm on top or nowhere. Facts. It's either I'm on top or nowhere. That's why I stay the way I am. I don't see no reason for me to change anything about me. That's a fact, Willie Mack. That's exactly what I'm saying. Another one I'm gonna pin. Everybody focusing on lifestyle outside of the righteous message that they were teaching. That's a fact. That is a fact. Reverend R. Sharpton may be a grease ball. He may be a lot of bad things. But I can say one thing. When that stop and frisk stuff was coming out, he did stand out there. He was one of the ones that was pushing to end it. And then you got Barack Obama pushing for Mike Bloomberg, knowing that Mike Bloomberg said it himself that he invented or he promoted stop and frisk. So and he dedicated it to areas fluctuating with minorities. Areas fluctuating with minorities. That came out of his mouth. So what does that mean? Yeah, him and Giuliani. That's a fact. You know what Donald Trump did with Giuliani? Kicked him to the curb. So my whole message for the morning is simple, man. I took down the video because some reported it. And second of all, because I'm not giving this dude no more attention, man. He's not even in my league. It's a little bozo. He already did the internet stuff. So whatever happens to him is on his own reconnaissance, not on me. Because eventually they're going to see him. He doing videos with a hoodie on and all that. But you're going to be going to the store with hoodies on. You're going to be going everywhere with a hoodie on. Sooner or later, you got to pull that hoodie down. It's going to get hot soon, summertime. You ain't going to be able to walk with a hoodie no more. Then what? I don't care who you call. If them bozos accept you, that's on them. I don't care about them either. I'm going to continue to do me. Because I tell you straight up, bro, you ain't worth my energy. You ain't worth my time. You is a nobody. You got no channel. You got no page. You got no content. I used you. And that was it. And I'm telling you, I used you. Hey, Boogie still had hoodies in the summer. So, I'm going to leave everybody with this, man. Don't follow a leader if the leader is not for the people. Nah, Key, who is Key? K-I-E, I don't know. Like I said, man, don't follow somebody because they have what's called charisma and because they want you to believe that they're the baddest on the planet. Mike Tyson thought that. Lennox Lewis beat the brakes out of Mike Tyson. Before that, Buster Douglas beat the brakes out of Mike Tyson. And before that, Mitch Green went the whole 12 rounds with Mike Tyson. He couldn't knock Mitch Green out. So he wasn't the baddest man on the planet. He just knocked out a bunch of duds. So let's see things for what it is and not for what they want you to see them. And let's be authentic people, not followers. Because here in this channel, ain't no big me, little you. It's a us thing. And one thing you'll never see me come on here is freestyle. Salute, everybody. We up out of here.